the revolution of Nikola Tesla. Within the annals of human history, there is always a figure who rises above the rest, whose vision surpasses the understanding of their contemporaries and transcends time itself. These figures often reshape the world in unimaginable ways. While many are recognized and celebrated for their achievements during their lifetimes, others, like Nikola Tesla, must wait for their legacy to be fully acknowledged. Tesla wasn't just a brilliant inventor. He was a man who brought literal and metaphorical light into the world. He didn't just invent, he transformed reality and envisioned a future so boundless that it continues to inspire generations even today. Tesla dreamt of a world where energy, the very lifeblood of modern civilization, would be free and accessible to every human being. But Tesla's journey was not a smooth path paved with accolades and riches. His life story is a complex narrative of profound success intertwined with deep struggles. Born in a region that is now Croatia, Tesla's genius would ultimately lead him to the United States, where he would rise as one of the most brilliant minds of the Industrial Revolution. However, his ascent was marked by fierce competition, particularly with another of history's titans, Thomas Edison. Tesla's revolutionary ideas brought him up against not only intellectual competitors, but also the rigid structures of politics, economics, and the societal norms of his time. Before we explore Tesla's groundbreaking inventions and the indelible mark he left on the world, it's essential to understand the backdrop against which his ideas were formed. Imagine a world where electricity was still in its infancy, a mysterious force, barely understood and even feared. It was a time when the electrical innovations we take for granted today were considered far-fetched, the stuff of wild imagination. Into this landscape stepped Nikola Tesla, a man whose extraordinary mind didn't just see the world as it was, but envisioned what it could be. A different way of thinking. Tesla's mind operated in ways that were unlike any other. His genius lay not only in the scope of his inventions, but in the very way he conceived them. Where others saw obstacles, Tesla saw possibilities. He had an almost supernatural ability to fully visualize his inventions before ever committing them to paper. For Tesla, invention wasn't just a mechanical process. It was an act of creation that unfolded in the depths of his mind. He could see his inventions working perfectly in his imagination, allowing him to refine them mentally before ever constructing a physical prototype. This ability set him apart from others of his time, enabling him to bring forth innovations that were, in many ways, ahead of their time. Unfortunately, this also made him a figure of deep misunderstanding. The world wasn't ready for Nikola Tesla, and in many ways it still isn't. Yet his story is a testament to the power of vision, and how even in the face of doubt, genius will find a way to manifest. As we embark on this journey into the mind of one of history's greatest inventors, prepare to be immersed in a world of boundless possibility, where imagination becomes reality, and where the future Tesla dreamed of is only beginning to unfold. His ideas, revolutionary and radical, faced strong opposition from forces that sought to suppress the very future he sought to create. But Tesla, with all his brilliance and eccentricity, remained undeterred, pursuing his vision until the very end. Historical context: electricity's dawn. As the 19th century neared its end, the world was standing on the edge of an electric revolution. Electricity was still an emerging field of study, its full potential barely understood by even the most forward-thinking scientists and engineers. While technological discoveries and inventions were being announced at a dizzying pace, electricity was seen by many as a luxury or an amusing scientific curiosity, far from the essential utility we know today. The world was moving fast, with new technological marvels being unveiled regularly. Yet for the average person, electricity was more magic than science, something they might only see in demonstration halls or hear about in the papers. To most, it was unimaginable that electricity could one day power entire cities, revolutionize industries, and transform every aspect of daily life. Enter Nikola Tesla, a man with a vision that transcended what anyone else could see. Unlike others, Tesla didn't view electricity as just another tool to be mastered. He saw it as the key to unlocking humanity's full potential. To him, electricity was more than just a way to light up streets or run machines. It was a force that could liberate mankind from its most fundamental limitations. Tesla dreamed of a world where electricity was free, available to everyone, no matter how remote their location or how poor they might be. It wasn't just a technological dream, it was a moral one. A vision for a future where no one would be held back by physical, economic, or geographic boundaries. While Tesla's vision was dazzling, it was also highly controversial. His ideas threatened the established order, particularly the powerful companies and individuals who had built their fortunes on the existing technologies. These forces, recognizing the threat Tesla posed to their financial empires, quickly moved to discredit and oppose him at every turn. But Tesla was not deterred. His vision burned too brightly, and even in the face of ridicule and opposition, he pressed forward, working tirelessly to bring his ideas to life. Though many of his dreams were too far ahead of their time to be realized during his lifetime, his legacy is alive today. The technologies Tesla pioneered have become the foundation for much of modern life, and his ideas continue to inspire scientists, engineers, and innovators across the globe. The misunderstood genius. Tesla's life was marked by a constant struggle for understanding. Living in an era when science was just beginning to emerge as the driving force behind industrial progress, Tesla's ideas were often seen as eccentric, and in many cases, beyond the comprehension of even the brightest minds of the time. But where others might have been discouraged by such misunderstanding, Tesla remained focused on his goal: to develop revolutionary technologies that would change the world. From an early age, Tesla demonstrated exceptional abilities. It is said that he possessed a photographic memory, able to recall entire books after reading them just once. This, combined with his unique ability to mentally visualize complete inventions before even building them, made him an extraordinary inventor. Tesla didn't need physical models to test his ideas. He could run simulations in his mind, visualizing how his inventions would work and making necessary adjustments before ever creating a physical prototype. One of the clearest examples of this genius was his invention of alternating current, AC, a technology that completely transformed the way electricity is transmitted. Unlike the direct current, DC, championed by Edison, AC allowed electricity to be transmitted over long distances more efficiently and safely. Yet, at the time, Tesla's ideas were met with significant resistance. Thomas Edison, in particular, was a fierce opponent of AC, as he had a strong financial interest in promoting DC. The misunderstood genius. Nikola Tesla's life was a constant battle for understanding and validation. In a world driven by the Industrial Revolution's focus on practical and immediate results, Tesla's visionary ideas often seemed to teeter on the edge of fantasy. His brilliance was misunderstood, and his methods were unconventional. In an era when most inventors relied on physical models and prototypes, Tesla's extraordinary mind allowed him to run experiments entirely within his imagination. For him, every invention played out like a scene in a movie. He could see every component, every function, and every potential outcome before a single piece of material was even touched. Imagine the frustration of living in a world that could not comprehend your genius. Tesla's contemporaries often viewed his ideas with skepticism, believing them to be too fantastical or unrealistic. Yet, Tesla had a confidence in his abilities that bordered on otherworldly. He wasn't content with small improvements or incremental changes. His aspirations were far grander. He wanted to reshape the very foundation of society, creating a world where energy flowed freely to all, where human limitations could be overcome through the power of invention. From his invention of alternating current, AC, to his pioneering work on wireless energy transmission, Tesla was always thinking far ahead of his time. One of his earliest and most revolutionary achievements was the development of AC, a system for transmitting electricity over long distances. At the time, Thomas Edison, already an established and wealthy inventor, had invested heavily in direct current, DC, technology, a system that was highly inefficient for large-scale electricity distribution. Tesla, however, recognized the inherent flaws in DC and developed an alternative that was not only more efficient but also safer. The War of Currents, a clash of titans. The War of Currents was not just a scientific disagreement. It was a battle that pitted two of the greatest minds of the era against each other. On one side was Thomas Edison, already a celebrated figure, whose direct current, DC, technology had powered the first electric grids. On the other was Nikola Tesla, a relatively unknown inventor, promoting his radical idea of alternating current, AC. This battle was more than just a competition between two scientific theories. It became a public spectacle, a war of egos, and a fight for control over the future of electricity. Tesla's alternating current had several clear advantages over Edison's direct current. AC could be transmitted over long distances with minimal energy loss, making it ideal for powering entire cities and regions. Direct current, on the other hand, could only travel short distances, requiring power plants to be located near every group of users. This inefficiency made DC impractical for widespread use, especially in a rapidly urbanizing world. But Edison wasn't ready to concede his dominance. He had significant financial interests tied to DC, and his reputation as America's foremost inventor was on the line. He launched a fierce campaign to discredit Tesla and AC technology. Edison went so far as to stage public demonstrations where he electrocuted animals using AC power, hoping to scare the public into believing it was dangerous. He even lobbied for the use of AC in the first electric chair executions, aiming to associate Tesla's technology with death and danger. Imagine the tension and frustration Tesla must have felt during this time. Here he was, with a solution that could revolutionize the world's electrical systems, but he was being attacked by one of the most powerful men in the country. The emotional toll of being misunderstood and vilified must have been immense, yet Tesla persevered. He knew that his technology was superior, and he refused to back down. Despite Edison's aggressive tactics, the truth of AC's superiority became undeniable. Tesla, along with his financial backer, George Westinghouse, won a crucial victory when they were chosen to power the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. The fair was a massive international event, and its dazzling display of electric lights powered by Tesla's alternating current left the world in awe. It was a turning point in the war of currents. Soon after, Tesla's system was chosen to power the Niagara Falls hydroelectric project, solidifying AC's place as the future of electricity. Yet despite this monumental victory, Tesla's personal fortunes did not rise as one might expect. While Edison managed to rebuild his financial empire through other ventures, Tesla found himself struggling. He wasn't driven by money, and his idealism often got in the way of practical financial success. Tesla wanted to change the world, not just profit from it. In a world ruled by ruthless capitalism, Tesla's altruism was both his greatest strength and his most significant weakness. Tesla's idealism, a blessing and a curse. In many ways, Tesla was the ultimate idealist. He believed deeply in the potential of science and technology to transform society for the better. To him, invention was not just a career, it was a moral duty. He wanted to use his genius to improve the human condition, to provide free energy for all, and to create technologies that would liberate humanity from drudgery and hardship. But this idealism was often at odds with the realities of the world he lived in. While his contemporaries, like Edison, were focused on making profitable inventions and building business empires, Tesla cared little for wealth. His dream was to see his inventions benefit all of humanity, not just the privileged few. He sought to democratize technology, particularly energy, which he believed should be a universal right, not a commodity to be sold. This philosophy led Tesla to some of his most ambitious projects that, unfortunately, were often too far ahead of their time. One such project was his vision of wireless energy transmission. Tesla believed that it was possible to transmit electricity through the air without the need for wires. He imagined a future where energy was freely available to anyone, anywhere in the world, through a global network of wireless power stations. The implications of such a technology were staggering. Not only would it revolutionize the energy industry, but it would also dismantle the powerful monopolies that controlled it. However, Tesla's vision of wireless energy was met with skepticism and ultimately failure, not because it was impossible, but because it threatened the very fabric of the energy economy. J.P. Morgan, one of the most powerful financiers of the time, initially backed Tesla's wireless energy project. But when Morgan realized that Tesla's technology could provide free energy, undermining the profits of the energy industry, he pulled his funding, leaving Tesla's dream in ruins. Tesla's idealism may have been his undoing in the cutthroat world of business, but it is also what makes him such a compelling figure today. He wasn't just an inventor. He was a man with a vision of a better world, a world where technology served the people, not the other way around. Though many of his grand ideas were never fully realized in his lifetime, his legacy lives on, and many of his concepts are now being revisited as the world grapples with issues of energy sustainability and resource distribution. The unstoppable vision, Tesla's grand ambitions. As Tesla's career advanced, his inventions and ideas became ever more ambitious, often pushing the boundaries of what his contemporaries could understand. Yet, for Tesla, these were not mere flights of fancy. They were the building blocks of a future where technology would solve humanity's greatest challenges. Among these visionary projects was his work on wireless energy transmission, a concept so revolutionary that it still inspires research today. Tesla believed that it was possible to transmit energy without wires using the natural properties of the Earth and the atmosphere. He envisioned a future where anyone, anywhere, could tap into an invisible global power grid and access limitless electricity. His dream was not just a technical one, it was a social and economic revolution. Tesla saw wireless energy as the great equalizer, something that could free people from the burdens of cost, geography, and scarcity. This was no small dream. It was the kind of vision that could dismantle entire industries, disrupt the world's power structures, and change how societies were built. To make this vision a reality, Tesla began work on the Wardenclyffe Tower, a massive wireless transmission station on Long Island, New York. With funding from J.P. Morgan, Tesla intended to demonstrate that electricity could be transmitted through the Earth's ionosphere, bypassing the need for physical cables. The tower, with its imposing structure and futuristic design, symbolized Tesla's greatest hope. But like many of his ideas, it was ahead of its time. When Morgan realized that Tesla's technology could provide free energy, thereby destroying the profitable monopolies that controlled the energy industry, he withdrew his support. Without Morgan's backing, Tesla's Wardenclyffe project collapsed, never completing its goal of wireless transmission. The tower, which should have been a beacon of a new era, instead stood as a monument to a dream that was never fully realized. It was a heartbreaking defeat for Tesla, but one that did not crush his spirit. The cost of idealism, Tesla's struggles in the business world. Tesla's struggles weren't limited to technological challenges. His idealism often clashed with the ruthless pragmatism of the business world. Unlike many of his contemporaries, Tesla was never interested in profit for profit's sake. He was driven by a deep desire to better humanity. But this altruistic mindset often left him vulnerable to exploitation, betrayal, and financial ruin. While other inventors became wealthy through strategic partnerships and business acumen, Tesla's focus remained on the future, not his bank account. Imagine being a man who holds the keys to revolutionary inventions, innovations that could change the world, only to find yourself constantly sidelined by those who could not see beyond their immediate profit margins. Tesla's grand ideas were dismissed not because they lacked merit, but because they threatened powerful interests. One of the most famous examples of this was Tesla's rivalry with Thomas Edison, which culminated in the War of Currents. Edison, whose reputation and fortune were deeply tied to the success of direct current, DC, saw Tesla's alternating current, AC, as a direct threat. What followed was a bitter public battle, with Edison using fear and misinformation to try and discredit Tesla's AC technology. Edison went to shocking lengths to sway public opinion. In one of the more grotesque episodes of this battle, Edison publicly electrocuted animals using AC, hoping to demonstrate its dangers. He also lobbied for AC to be used in the first electric chair execution, attempting to associate Tesla's technology with death. Despite these tactics, AC ultimately proved superior, and today it powers most of the world. It was a significant victory for Tesla, yet even in triumph, he struggled to reap the financial rewards that others like Edison so expertly capitalized on. A genius in isolation, Tesla's later years. As Tesla grew older, the world around him began to change, but he remained steadfast in his pursuit of groundbreaking ideas. Even in the face of financial difficulties, Tesla's mind was constantly at work. In his later years, he became increasingly reclusive, withdrawing from public life as his financial situation worsened. Despite the immense contributions he had made to science and technology, Tesla found himself living in relative obscurity, isolated from the very world he had helped to shape. It's difficult to fathom how a man who had given so much to the world could find himself in such a tragic situation. In his later years, Tesla lived in modest hotels, often relying on the goodwill of friends to pay his bills. Yet even in this isolation, Tesla's mind continued to blaze with ideas. He never stopped inventing, dreaming, and imagining what the world could become. One of the most intriguing inventions from this period was Tesla's so-called death ray, or as he preferred to call it, teleforce. Tesla claimed that this invention could shoot concentrated beams of energy over long distances, capable of destroying planes or entire armies from miles away. The concept was so far ahead of its time that it bordered on science fiction. Yet Tesla was adamant about its potential. Tesla approached multiple governments, including the United States and Russia, in hopes of securing funding to develop this invention. However, just like many of his other ideas, the project never received the necessary backing. After Tesla's death, rumors swirled that his papers related to the death ray were seized by the US government, fueling decades of conspiracy theories that such technology may have been further developed in secret. Whether real or not, the death ray remains a symbol of Tesla's enduring belief in the power of technology to shape the course of human history, for better or worse. Tesla's vision of the future, free energy and beyond. Even more revolutionary than his death ray or the wireless transmission tower was Tesla's ultimate vision for the future, a world where energy would be free, abundant, and available to everyone. Tesla believed that the Earth itself held the potential to be a limitless source of energy. He theorized that by tapping into the natural frequencies of the planet, humanity could harness electricity without the need for wires, power plants, or expensive infrastructure. This dream of free energy was perhaps Tesla's most radical and ambitious idea. It challenged the very foundation of the modern economic system, where energy is a commodity controlled by a few and sold to the masses. Tesla's vision would have disrupted these power structures entirely, offering energy as a human right rather than a product to be bought and sold. Unfortunately, the same forces that had opposed his earlier work moved swiftly to suppress this idea. Powerful industrialists, who stood to lose fortunes if Tesla's vision came to fruition, worked to discredit him and ensure that his work remained unfinished. Once again, Tesla found himself isolated, his genius recognized but never fully supported by those in power. The legacy of Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla's life ended in relative obscurity, but his legacy endures as one of the most profound in modern history. His ideas laid the groundwork for the technologies that define our everyday lives, from the electrical systems that power our cities to the wireless communications that connect our world. Yet, Tesla was more than just an inventor. He was a visionary, whose dreams for humanity extended far beyond his time. Today, Tesla's legacy is undergoing a renaissance. As the world grapples with the challenges of sustainability, energy scarcity, and climate change, many of Tesla's once dismissed ideas are being re-examined. His work on renewable energy, wireless power, and even concepts like free energy are being explored with renewed interest. Tesla, who was once seen as an eccentric dreamer, is now recognized as his ideas were simply too advanced for the world he lived in. Tesla's life teaches us that true genius is often misunderstood in its own time. His story is a reminder that progress is not always immediate, and that the greatest innovations often come from those who are willing to challenge the status quo. Tesla's vision of a world where technology serves to uplift all of humanity remains as relevant today as it was during his lifetime. In the end, Nikola Tesla may have died alone and penniless, but his ideas live on. His inventions continue to shape the world, and his legacy is a beacon of inspiration for future generations of inventors, scientists, and dreamers who dare to imagine a better world. Tesla's forgotten inventions, hidden in the shadows. Nikola Tesla's contributions to the modern world are immense, yet some of his most intriguing ideas and inventions were never fully realized, remaining hidden in the shadows of history. Many of these concepts were so revolutionary that they were either suppressed or simply misunderstood. In a time when technological progress was driven by corporate interests, some of Tesla's ideas were seen as too disruptive, threatening the very fabric of established industries. His inventions touched on everything from harnessing the Earth's energy to creating devices that could seemingly defy the laws of physics. These forgotten projects, shrouded in mystery, hint at the extraordinary mind of a man far ahead of his time. One such invention was the infamous earthquake machine. Tesla had developed a mechanical oscillator, which he initially intended to use for generating electricity. However, during one of his experiments, he discovered something astonishing. By adjusting the frequency of the machine, he could produce vibrations strong enough to shake entire buildings. In 1898, while testing the oscillator in his New York laboratory, Tesla inadvertently caused what he described as a small earthquake. The vibrations were so intense that nearby buildings began to tremble, and Tesla had to destroy the machine with a sledgehammer to prevent a catastrophe. Imagine the terror of being at the center of such an event, realizing that the machine you created could unleash such powerful forces. Tesla, shaken by the incident, never pursued the development of the device further, recognizing its potentially destructive capabilities. However, rumors persisted that the US government later seized Tesla's notes on the oscillator after his death, fearing the technology could be weaponized. To this day, the earthquake machine remains one of Tesla's most intriguing yet terrifying inventions, raising questions about the extent of his untapped genius. The death ray. Weaponizing Tesla's genius. Perhaps no invention of Tesla's stirs the imagination more than his fabled death ray, also known as teleforce. In the 1930s, Tesla made bold claims about a device that could shoot concentrated beams of particles across vast distances, with the potential to bring down airplanes and obliterate armies. While this might sound like something out of science fiction, Tesla was serious. He believed that such a device could make wars obsolete by creating an impenetrable defense system that would deter any form of aggression. Tesla explained that the weapon would work by accelerating charged particles to high speeds, concentrating them into a focused beam of destruction. He presented his concept to various governments, including the United States, Great Britain, and the Soviet Union, hoping to secure funding for its development. However, despite his detailed plans, Tesla never received the support he needed to build the device. The idea of a death ray was too radical for its time, and many dismissed it as another of Tesla's eccentric ideas. Yet, after Tesla's death in 1943, the FBI confiscated many of his papers and notes, particularly those related to his Teleforce project. This has led to endless speculation about whether Tesla's death ray was more than just an idea, and if the technology has since been developed in secret. The notion of energy-based weapons, or directed energy weapons, has long intrigued military strategists, and some believe that Tesla's work may have laid the foundation for modern military technology that remains hidden from the public. What's most fascinating about the death ray is not just its potential for destruction, but Tesla's reasoning behind it. He wasn't interested in creating a weapon of war. He wanted to end war altogether. In his mind, the death ray would act as the ultimate deterrent, preventing conflict by making any form of aggression futile. Tesla envisioned a world where nations could live in peace, shielded by technology so advanced that war would no longer be an option. The irony, of course, is that such a device could have easily been misused, turning Tesla's dream of peace into a nightmare of global annihilation. Tesla's dream of free energy, the ultimate humanitarian vision. Of all Tesla's ideas, none were as bold or as groundbreaking as his vision of free energy. Tesla believed that it was possible to harness the natural energy of the Earth and the universe to provide limitless, free electricity to all of humanity. In his view, energy was a natural resource that belonged to everyone, not something to be controlled and profited from by a select few. This dream of free energy was the driving force behind Tesla's work on wireless power transmission and his experiments with the Wardenclyffe Tower. Tesla's theory was simple, yet profound. The Earth itself was a giant conductor of electrical energy. By tapping into the planet's natural electromagnetic fields and using the atmosphere as a medium, he believed it was possible to transmit electricity wirelessly across great distances. The Wardenclyffe Tower, constructed in the early 1900s, was meant to be the first step toward realizing this dream. It was designed to transmit energy across the Atlantic Ocean, providing free, wireless power to entire continents. However, this grand vision was never realized. As mentioned earlier, J.P. Morgan, Tesla's primary financial backer, pulled funding when he realized that Tesla's technology could disrupt the entire energy industry. If Tesla succeeded, the lucrative business of selling electricity would collapse. Energy would no longer be a commodity but a basic human right, available to everyone without cost. In a world ruled by capitalism, this idea was revolutionary and terrifying to those in power. Tesla's failure to complete the Wardenclyffe project was perhaps the greatest disappointment of his life. It represented the collapse of his most important dream, a world where technology was used not for profit, but for the benefit of all humankind. Yet, while Tesla's wireless energy system was never built, his ideas continue to influence modern science. Today, researchers are revisiting Tesla's concepts, exploring ways to create wireless power networks, and even experimenting with space-based solar energy systems that could transmit electricity to Earth via microwaves or lasers. The tragedy of Tesla's life is that his greatest ideas were never fully appreciated during his lifetime. He died alone, without the recognition he deserved, but his dream of free energy lives on. As the world faces an unprecedented energy crisis, Tesla's vision of a sustainable, abundant energy source may one day become a reality. His belief that energy should be free and available to all is more relevant now than ever, as humanity grapples with the challenges of climate change, resource depletion, and social inequality. Tesla's lasting legacy, a beacon of innovation. Nikola Tesla's legacy is not just that of an inventor, but of a visionary. A man whose ideas transcended his time and whose impact is still being felt today. From the electrical grid that powers our cities to the wireless technologies that connect us across the globe, Tesla's influence is everywhere. He wasn't just an innovator, he was a futurist who saw the world not as it was, but as it could be. Yet, Tesla's legacy goes beyond the inventions he created. His life is a testament to the power of imagination, perseverance, and idealism. Tesla's work teaches us that progress is often met with resistance, that the greatest breakthroughs are sometimes the ones that challenge the status quo. In a world driven by short-term profits and incremental changes, Tesla reminds us of the importance of dreaming big, of thinking beyond what seems possible, and of pursuing innovation for the betterment of all humanity. As we look to the future, Tesla's ideas continue to inspire new generations of scientists, engineers, and entrepreneurs. His vision of free energy, wireless communication, and a peaceful, technologically advanced world resonates more powerfully today than ever before. In a time when the world faces enormous challenges, from energy scarcity to environmental degradation, Tesla's bold ideas offer hope for a brighter, more sustainable future. Conclusion: the genius who lit the world. Nikola Tesla was more than a man of science. He was a man of profound conviction and boundless creativity. His inventions revolutionized the modern world, but his dreams reached even further. He saw technology not as an end, but as a means, a tool to lift humanity to new heights of achievement, prosperity, and freedom. Though Tesla's life ended in relative obscurity, his ideas live on. The technologies he pioneered, the concepts he dreamed of, and the vision he carried have shaped the world in ways that few could have imagined. Tesla's genius was not just in his ability to create, but in his ability to envision a future that was better, brighter, and more just. Today, as we stand on the cusp of new technological revolutions, we can only hope to follow in the footsteps of this extraordinary man, continuing his work to build a future where technology truly serves humanity. Tesla, in the modern era, a rediscovery of genius. Nikola Tesla's legacy is experiencing a powerful resurgence in the 21st century as modern science and technology begin to catch up with many of his most audacious ideas. For decades, Tesla's contributions were overshadowed by those of his contemporaries like Thomas Edison. Yet as society faces unprecedented challenges, climate change, energy shortages, and technological disruptions, the genius of Tesla is finally receiving the recognition it deserves. Tesla's ideas, once dismissed as impractical or too far-fetched, are now being revisited with fresh eyes. His dream of wireless energy, thought impossible by many in his time, now serves as the foundation for research into wireless charging technologies and space-based solar power. Today, companies are developing systems that can beam energy from satellites back to Earth, a concept remarkably similar to what Tesla envisioned more than a century ago. Furthermore, Tesla's work on renewable energy is more relevant than ever. His belief that humanity could harness the Earth's natural forces to produce unlimited energy is inspiring a new generation of engineers and scientists. Whether through wind, solar, or geothermal energy, Tesla's vision of a world powered by clean, sustainable resources is becoming a reality. The modern shift toward renewable energy sources echoes Tesla's long-standing philosophy that energy should be freely available to all, not controlled by a few for profit. In recent years, Tesla has also been credited with anticipating the rise of wireless communication, another area where his brilliance was ahead of his time. The wireless technologies that power our smartphones, Wi-Fi, and satellite communications all have their roots in the ideas Tesla explored. His belief in the ability to transmit information and energy without wires laid the groundwork for much of the digital revolution that defines modern life. Tesla's concept of a global wireless system sounds strikingly similar to today's Internet of Things, IoT, where devices are interconnected and communicate across vast distances without the need for physical connections. The myths and mysteries of Tesla. Tesla's life and work are surrounded by a sense of mystery and intrigue, which only adds to his appeal as one of history's most fascinating figures. His eccentric personality, combined with the extraordinary nature of his ideas, has given rise to countless myths and conspiracy theories. These range from the plausible to the outlandish, but all point to the depth of fascination that Tesla continues to inspire. One of the most enduring myths is that Tesla was in possession of alien technology or had access to otherworldly knowledge. Some conspiracy theorists claim that his incredible intellect and seemingly supernatural ability to envision future technologies suggest that he was in contact with extraterrestrial beings. While there is no evidence to support such claims, the myth speaks to the almost mystical aura that surrounds Tesla's genius. He was, after all, a man whose ideas seemed to defy the limits of human imagination. Another common mystery revolves around Tesla's papers and inventions, many of which were seized by the US government after his death. The secrecy surrounding the confiscation of his documents has led to speculation that the government was interested in his more dangerous inventions, such as the death ray or his wireless energy systems. Some believe that these technologies were further developed in secret military projects, hidden from the public, due to their potential to disrupt industries or threaten national security. One of the most tantalizing mysteries is Tesla's belief that he had discovered a way to create limitless, free energy through his work with the Earth's natural electrical systems. While this idea was dismissed as fantasy by many in his day, modern scientists have started to explore similar concepts, such as tapping into the ionosphere or other atmospheric phenomena to generate energy. Whether Tesla truly had a working theory for free energy remains unknown, but the idea continues to captivate scientists and inventors today. The Wardenclyffe Tower, Tesla's boldest and most mysterious project, stands at the center of many of these theories. Some believe the tower was more than just a wireless energy transmitter, speculating that it was part of a larger plan to create a global energy network or even a weather control device. The fact that Tesla was forced to abandon the project before its completion only deepens the enigma surrounding its true purpose. Tesla's enduring influence. Tesla's life may have ended in poverty and obscurity, but his ideas are still shaping the future. Today, Tesla's name is synonymous with innovation and progress, and his influence can be felt across a wide range of fields, from energy and transportation to communications and even artificial intelligence. One of the most visible signs of Tesla's enduring influence is Tesla, Inc., the electric vehicle company named in his honor by its founder, Elon Musk. The company's mission to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy mirrors Tesla's own vision of a future powered by clean, renewable resources. While Nikola Tesla did not invent the electric car, the principles he championed, such as the use of alternating current motors and the idea of a world freed from dependence on fossil fuels, are deeply embedded in the company's philosophy. In fact, Tesla's work laid the foundation for many modern technologies that we now take for granted. The electric motors that power today's electric vehicles are direct descendants of Tesla's alternating current motor. The electrical grid that lights our homes and powers our cities is built on the alternating current system he fought so hard to promote. His contributions to radio, X-ray technology, and remote control are equally profound, influencing everything from modern communications to medical technology. But perhaps more than any specific invention, Tesla's greatest contribution was his vision of a better world. He believed that science and technology should be used to uplift humanity, not just enrich a few. Tesla saw a future where energy, knowledge, and opportunity were freely available to all people, where innovation would serve the common good rather than corporate interests. This idealism, while often a source of frustration for Tesla during his lifetime, is part of what makes him such a timeless and inspiring figure today. The unfulfilled dream, Tesla's vision for the future. While many of Tesla's inventions have come to fruition, some of his most ambitious dreams remain unfulfilled. Chief among these was his vision of wireless energy, a world where electricity was transmitted through the air, powering homes, businesses, and cities without the need for wires or infrastructure. In Tesla's mind, this would democratize energy, making it accessible to everyone, regardless of wealth or geography. In our modern world, where access to energy is still uneven, with millions lacking reliable electricity, Tesla's dream remains as powerful and relevant as ever. As the global community grapples with the twin crises of energy scarcity and environmental degradation, the search for new sustainable energy solutions has led many to revisit Tesla's theories. His belief that the Earth itself could be harnessed as a vast, untapped reservoir of energy is now being explored in the form of geothermal power, solar energy, and other renewable technologies. Tesla also envisioned a future where humanity would be freed from the drudgery of manual labor through automation and robotics. While we are only now beginning to see the full potential of AI and robotics, Tesla's early work with radio control and remote automation laid the groundwork for these advancements. He imagined a world where machines could perform the mundane tasks of life, allowing humans to focus on creativity, learning, and self-improvement. Even Tesla's dream of space exploration and interplanetary communication seems prescient today. In a time when space travel was seen as pure fantasy, Tesla spoke of communicating with beings on other planets and using technology to explore the stars. With companies like SpaceX now working toward human missions to Mars and scientists searching for signs of life beyond Earth, Tesla's vision of a connected universe seems less far-fetched with each passing year. The final word. Tesla, a man beyond his time. Nikola Tesla was a man out of time, a visionary who saw beyond the horizon of his era and dared to imagine what the future could be. While he lived much of his life in the shadows of more famous contemporaries, his genius is now fully recognized as one of the most influential in human history. Tesla didn't just invent, he dreamed. He dreamed of a world where technology liberated humanity, where knowledge and energy flowed freely, and where the barriers of wealth, geography, and power were shattered by innovation. His life was not without tragedy. He faced financial ruin, isolation, and the pain of seeing many of his ideas ridiculed or suppressed. Yet, despite these hardships, Tesla never stopped dreaming. He never stopped believing that the world could be better, that his inventions could change lives and improve the human condition. In the end, Tesla's greatest legacy may not be any single invention, but the boundless creativity and imagination that fueled his life's work. He reminds us that the greatest progress often comes from those who dare to dream big, who challenge the status quo, and who are willing to pursue their vision even in the face of overwhelming opposition. Tesla's story is a testament to the power of innovation, to the belief that the impossible is only a step away from becoming possible. His influence continues to shape the world, and his dreams, though unfulfilled in his lifetime, still light the way toward a brighter, more equitable future.